Let's say you've done the work, the research to know that, okay, fine, this inner child part is validated according to psychology, and perhaps maybe I should check in to see what's going on with mine. Where do you go from here? What do you do? Well, there's several different options. You can continue to do more research and learn online about different people who do this modality, watch their YouTube videos, you could listen to podcasts, you can get some books and research all of these things on your own and follow the instructions that they give you. You could find a counselor, coach, or a therapist who works with the inner child. And if you do, you want to ask them some questions, particularly if you've had a traumatic childhood, to know whether or not you're going to be kind of staying back there in that time period, or if you're going to be bringing it forward. You just want to make sure it's going to make it lighter and easier for you instead of heavier, right? And more traumatic. So the point for me when I'm working with clients and going back is not to stay back there, and is not to wallow in how it felt. It's actually just to go in, get the belief systems, get the child, make them safe, and then bring them back out, right? So the way that a therapist does that generally is with meditations and visualizations. Now, I only work with critical thinkers, and I will tell you that critical thinkers have more of a challenge when it comes to meditation because their minds are so busy and they never stop. They're also heavily analytical people. And so half the time they're like, is this bullcrap? Or is this working? Or am I imagining this? Or what's happening? And they need somebody to be able to deal with that brain type and with that mindset to help them overcome these mind obstacles that are going to be likely in their way if they are a critical thinker. So that's a really important point. We learn after that what your triggers are, and in particular, the emotional triggers. So for each person, there's a way to know if what's going on with a person needs inner child work or not. And there'll be certain cues or symptoms that a person will have that let us know that's where we're going, that's the direction we're going in, and we need to get on top of this, and for the purpose of regaining control of the emotions, looking at the belief systems that a person has. So one of the things that AA said that I thought was bang on was that the solution to a lot of trauma is to become your own loving parent. So if you've ever been through rehab or aware of the philosophy of AA, to me this is a cornerstone and probably the most brilliant thing that they hit upon is inner child work. Now, a lot of people don't even realize that there's an association there, and it certainly did not begin with AA. They borrowed it from other forms of psychology. But if you had a traumatic childhood, let's say, then the needs definitely were not met of the child about being safe and wanted and loved and valued. They'll have a lot of issues around rejection, abandonment, safety, security, right? If you had just a regular, if you want to put it that way, childhood, run of the mill, or, a few ups and downs, but not very heavy stuff, you'll still have needs that were unmet. At this point, what we do is we learn to meet those needs so that as an adult, you're not acting out of that younger part, trying to get those needs met by people who acted like your parents or guardians or that are abusing you, or patterns that repeat where you're doing more than your share of the work in the relationship or taking more of the blame and things like that. So this is why we go into that. And we look at becoming your own loving parent in a way. And it doesn't have to be a parent relationship necessarily. It can be a caregiver of some kind. Everybody's going to do this differently, as I said. Now, what is going to be right for you? You need to find that, and you need to do your research on who is going to be the right fit for you to take you into this journey that is so important, that is so life-changing, that it's kind of, I see this as almost jumping ahead in therapy. There's so much that it can do for you that you can bypass a lot of years of trying to get down to belief systems if you can get back to the source of where it was. So that's what I do. I like to have, I've had a great amount of success, even with people who said, I don't know if I believe this, this feels silly, or we overcome that. We work at talking to the mind logically to help the mind accept this so that we can get the result we want. Because when you connect with that inner child part in a very conscious way and you learn to meet those needs and to stop it from taking control of your world in doing self-sabotaging behaviors, you are going to be so much more successful, so have so much more peace of mind, and be so happy that you did. If you think that perhaps I might be the right fit for you, feel free to reach out. info@drcleverly.com. I'm happy to hear from you anytime, happy to help you, and as always, I'm wishing you the best.